David Letterman will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following special presentation. The David Letterman Celebrity Roast. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the man of the hour, Larry Bud Melman.
Thank you very much. Our first guest tonight knows more about music than Benji knows about Gainsburgers. Paul Schaefer. Paul?
Nice to see you, sir. Hey, I tell you, I don't want to say that Larry Budd enjoys his cocktails, but they won't let him into Toronto because they're afraid he'll drink Canada dry. I want to tell you that, hey, and what a golfer. You know, Larry's golf balls spend more time underwater than Greg Louganis.
You don't have to take this crap. You think it's funny? Let's see if you think $1 million suit is funny. I'm out of here.
You know, the last time Larry Budd shot par on a golf course, Phyllis Diller was a Girl Scout.
Oh, just forget it.
But
Hal,
What?
Go ahead and roll the regular opening. Was he wearing $1 million suit?
From New York, bring your dental records. It's now a man who apologizes in advance for anything bad he might say about the Ayatollah.
Great movies like...
Thank you. Thank you very much. How are you? Oh, no. Thank you. Welcome to the show. You folks, this is without a doubt the best-looking studio audience I've ever seen, with the possible exception of this gentleman in the first row. Looks like a broken rib may have healed improperly. Swapping war stories earlier. Gentleman had a broken rib. I thought maybe I had a broken rib. Turns out I don't have a broken rib, and his is healed. Yeah. I don't know whether I'm just getting older or maybe I'm getting paranoid or something, but sometimes I think I'm being harassed for no reason whatsoever. This afternoon, I'll tell you what happened. I'm over at the UN, hanging around, walking up and down in front of the United Nations with a metal box taped to my head, and bang, they arrest me. So is... a metal box taped to my head.
No wonder.
Police in Queens here in New York City seized over 800 pounds of heroin earlier today. It was smuggled into this country disguised as cocaine. And I don't... Is that even a joke?
Yes.
I must have been. I heard the thing, so it must have been at least something like a joke. Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Mavericks traded Detlef Schrempf to the Indiana Pacers. I don't have a joke here. I just wanted to take the opportunity to say Detlef Schrempf on the show, and now I have. Yeah, let's see how that looks written out. There you go. There it is. Detlef Schrempf, ladies and gentlemen, for you people making notes at home. I thought this was nice. The NCAA announced a new ruling over the weekend that will now allow University of Oklahoma players to keep their same number that they wear during the games in prison. So I think that... The same man with a broken rib is going, you're going to the University of Oklahoma? Yeah, good luck. Congratulations. And finally, kids, this is National Engineers Week, and thousands of engineers across the country were asked to predict what life would be like in this country in the 22nd century. And I thought that was a pretty interesting project. And the one thing they agreed upon, that in the 22nd century, all engineering students would still wear those little plastic things in their pockets. And Detlef Schrempf. Oh, what a...
Thank you very much. Hello, David.
Will, how are you? Anton, Sid?
Thank you. Well, if I may take the opportunity to say, Detlef Schrempf.
Detlef Schrempf.
It is kind of fun to say that on
I'm
television.
not sure what the origin of the gentleman's name is. Detlef. Not heard that much as a first name. You hear it a lot as a last name. Not much, hardly ever as a first name, though. And occasionally a middle name.
Yes.
Like my older sister's name is Detlef. Her middle name.
Her middle name is
Janice Detlef Letterman was her. But it's unusual, ain't it, to hear it as a first name. Anyway, he's now there in Indiana.
And, of course, Darrell Waltrip will be...
That's right, Darrell Waltrip. Yeah. Did you happen to watch the Daytona 500 on Sunday?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
I watched part of it. It was very exciting.
You are a big racing fan.
Well, I just was sitting around the house with my daughters, Kelly and Jennifer, again.
Yeah, you have no daughters. You don't have any. Okay.
We don't often do this, but I think we're going to do it tonight. Remember, Paul, when Ed Sullivan would introduce people in the studio audience who would come to see the show?
Absolutely. That was
that was a part of the program that people look forward to week in and week out. And I think we've done it a couple times. We introduced a hockey player once from the audience and a couple others whose names escape me now. And I thought we'd just do it tonight. In our audience tonight, ladies and gentlemen, author of the Satanic Verses, Mr. Salman Rushdie. Is he up there? Stand up, Salman. Nice to see you. Congratulations. Good. Have some free time and just came over? Great. How's the tour going?
Very nice.
Good. Well, good luck to you, sir.
Nice.
Have you read the book, by the way, Paul?
I've skimmed the book.
Yeah, I've read it. It's a real page-turner.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's
Do I
got a
look
date
differently to you? Do I look differently to you tonight?
Your hair is slightly different.
Is it really? What's the matter with it?
Well, there's nothing the matter with it. It's a slightly different style.
But how about me as a person? Do I look like the same guy that was here
I think
last
spiritually you're the same man. Why do you ask?
I don't know. I seem a little odd looking. Well, not exactly a headline there, is it? Have you ever had the Detlef shrimp salad up in the commissary? It's damn good, damn tasty, good and good for you. And remember, kids, just pennies a serving. Well, the other thing is, I believe President Bush, or as we say in Indiana, Bush, is out of the country, and he's attending the state funeral for Emperor Hirohito in Japan. And this will be an extended visit, and I believe this is the first time, I could be wrong, but I believe this is the first time that Dan Quayle is now in charge of things at the White House.
Gee, that's right.
Hal, do we have, is it possible to get the nightly news feed from Washington?
Sure.
All right, we have, as you know, the NBC has a camera at all times in the White House in Washington. All right, let's take a look and see if we can notice anything different. There's, oh, it's a beautiful, lovely night in Washington, and oh my God, all hell has broken loose, ladies and gentlemen. Look, they're pounding people with giant mallets. Okay, that's Dan Quayle. All right. I'm looking at this monitor, I look like a different guy. I look like they've finally come around and gotten a different host for this show.
Well, why do you think
I don't know what it is. There's something odd about, odder.
Your hair is a little like Roger Daltrey, but aside from that,
Yeah, I don't know what that
exactly
means.
the same.
Tonight's category for the top 10, this is a great one. I'm very excited. This is the reason I jumped out of bed this morning. I was very excited. From the home office in Oklahoma City, the category for our top 10 tonight from the friendly folks at Dunkin' Yo-Yo's.
They've provided us with the top 10 this evening?
That's right.
What
Top 10 yo-yo tricks.
Ah.
Top 10 yo-yo tricks from the friendly folks at Dunkin' Yo-Yo's via the home office in Oklahoma City. Here we go. Number 10, spanking the monkey. Number 9, choking the chicken. Number 8, whacking the weasel. Number 7, slamming the lizard. Number 6, pounding the pelican.
Wait 1 second. Hang on a second. Just 1 minute. Hang on 1 second.
What is it, Detlef?
Are you sure these are yo-yo tricks?
Top 10 yo-yo tricks from the, Oh, I'm sorry. Is my face red? No, that was just something we were fooling around with up in the office.
Look what you've gotten us into.
Yes. What are you doing? The girls will be here any minute. Here, then, you're right, Paul. Thank you for being so darn vigilant. Here, then, is the accurate top 10 list. That's right. Top 10 ways Frank Bruno, you know, the big fight this weekend in Las Vegas. Frank Bruno, who was on our program, is fighting Mike Tyson out there in some hotel, some casino. So here we have top 10 ways Frank Bruno can beat Mike Tyson. The invincible
Mike.
juggernaut Mike Tyson.
These are the ways that he can beat him.
Frank Bruno might be able to accomplish a victory if he
Methods by which he may beat.
Exactly. If he would heed. Thank you very much.
Mike Tyson.
I'd like to warn our affiliates along the lines, we may be running a little late tonight. Number 10, fill Tyson's water bottle with Thousand Island dressing. Number 9, try the old I bet I can hit you softer gag. Number 8, confuse judges by acting real happy when you get hit. Number 7, do so well on written portion that boxing portion won't matter. Number 6, sing him theme from The Way We Were as Tyson cries like a baby, knock him silly. Number 5, scare Tyson by acting real cocky as you climb back into the ring. Number 4, dress up like referee, then strangle him with whistle. Number 3, 5 simple words. There's a mummy behind you. Number 2, get Tyson overconfident by letting him beat you into a shapeless pulp. And number 1, warn him the winner will have to take on Jerry Cooney. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed it, sir. Did you? Okay, great. Good. Salman Rushdie enjoying our show tonight. We'll be right back here with Martin Mull. Hi. Welcome back to the program. Paul, Early Kinks, is that what we heard there?
Exactly, sir. Early Kinks, you really got me. Ray Davies' composition. Right. Pronounced Davis.
That's right. We learned that when he was here. Not Davies, Davis. Yeah. Although it's spelled Davies, but he pronounces it Davis. Early Kinks, though.
Yeah, those crazy British.
Something we all get in the morning.
Early Kinks.
I think if I had to pick me out of a police lineup, I'd choose the guy standing next to me.
You look so unlike yourself today.
I don't look. I look like maybe a cousin, or maybe one of those guys who comes up to me and says, you know, I have a buddy that I work with who has a sister who's married to a guy who looks just like you. I would be the
I'm
guy
starting to see
his
that
sister
now. I'm
married.
starting to see that now.
Well,
You're not David Letterman.
I think I might be,
very much like
but I don't think I look exactly like him.
You
tonight.
look like a guy who looks just like him.
Our first guest, an accomplished musician, performer, actor, writer, and painter. Please welcome back to this program a very funny and talented.
You look different, Dave.
I know, I do. I look different, and I can't put my finger on it. And please don't you either.
I think I can. I was watching the. No, seriously, I was.
Oh, thanks.
I won't put my finger on
Thank you.
but I was watching the. Was it 7th anniversary show?
7, 8.
7, whatever.
What difference does it make?
And boy, I was watching it, you know, at a safe distance from the set, and it just occurred to me. I said to Wendy, I said, "Man." She's, you know, we talk that way.
Yeah.
And I said, is it makeup or is it age? But is he not getting to look more and more like Joseph Cotton?
Oh.
And so that's the reason I'm here, to see. It's not makeup. It sure isn't makeup.
No, it's me.
Maybe could that be it, the Joseph Cotton kind of thing?
We usually hear Buddy Ebsen.
You got me. I think it might be Buddy.
Now, before we talk to you at length about your turtleneck, tell me...
Hiding a multitude of chins.
No. You had dental problems here in town?
This one over here is
what
killing
went
me. Just flying in on lovely flight, MGM Grand, all the stuff like that.
What is that like? I've never taken that.
Possibly the nicest airline I've ever been on.
No.
And that might be good for a free fare right there, huh? But seriously, it is sort of like, they asked me to fill out one of those little how did you like it cards.
Yeah.
And I just said it was basically the same as the Orient Express without that terrible rattling of the railroad ties. It's that nice. And anyway, so it started to throb.
Oh, I'm sorry,
it's
I'm
a
fascinated by this.
727, I think, that they have gutted the inside on purpose. That happens a lot to the 27s, but not on...
Here lately, yeah.
Yeah, they did it on purpose, and then they put these little compartments in, so you get to sit with just the people you want.
But isn't the price you pay for this as you're subjected to traveling with a lot of really weaselly show business people?
There is possibly a little bit, there's a lot of purple and gold on the plane as a decor color scheme, which is not necessarily the way I would do my home. But, yeah, you get some, there's no cigar smoking, if that's what you mean.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, So you land and then suddenly have a tooth problem.
Whammo.
You're out of
Whammo.
town. You don't know a dentist.
Unfortunately, my agent's crack agency that I have here in town sent me off to a dentist who was wonderful.
Right.
And I don't like going to the dentist, and I don't think anybody. I don't like having any part of a man in my mouth for that long. Call me crazy. It's, you know, the fingers are in there, and he turned it over to this lovely dental hygienist or his assistant, and she did most of the work in there, so that was a lot better. But, you know, he was awfully nice. It's just I have kind of a blanket thing there.
What did the problem turn out to be?
It turns out to be gum disease.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's something they're receding with age or something. Age is happening.
Yeah. Does that, now you can't be, I think you and I are about the same age.
I'm 45.
Yeah.
Anyone else here 45?
Just stop that. Of course there are other people. You're 45.
45 to 46 this August.
Does it, this is a silly question, but is there any aspect of this aside from your gingivitis or whatever that's troubling to you?
Just kind of finding myself, I guess, at that age. I was thinking the other night to myself, which is my favorite way, I was thinking that I'm kind of at a crossroads in life, but then I realized it's not that dramatic. It's more like a crosswalk. You know, where you just kind of take a minute to look both ways and make sure you're doing what you want to do. But I find out from the eye doctor that these lenses are, he says, they're going to get progressively thicker as you get older, and that's soon. Yeah. You know, and that the gum thing tends to come later in life and stuff like that. So
but I must say, you look very fit. You look in better physical condition than I remember seeing you in some time.
I've just started working out recently. Well, this is backtracking a bit, but...
Wait a minute, are we about to start a talk show story here?
It could be.
Great, let's hold that, and then we'll do a commercial, and we'll come back and we'll have an actual talk show anecdote from Martin Hall. With Fred Willard, the White American Family, whatever that is. Those are terrific.
Oh, thank you.
And I think you and Fred do real nice things together.
Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
You've got more of these coming up?
No. No, we've done it all. The last thing out is, I think it's available for home rental now, called Portrait of a White Marriage. It's feature length with Fred and Mary Kay.
And then that really wraps up the whole series?
That's about all you can say about white people. After a while, you just...
It was really very nicely done.
Well, thank you.
All right, now let's get to the actual talk show anecdote.
Well, no, this is only because I brought a clip to prove that I'm not lying, which is, I think, important in this case. I'm a field goal kicker now, Dave. You asked what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. I think we were talking about that earlier. Rolf Bernerska, of course, is doing Wheel of Fortune. Right. Why can't that road go two ways?
It's all crazy now, isn't it?
I was invited this past November, thrill of my life, to kick a field goal for the Cleveland Browns, and I practiced for a while in the front yard. They are my boys.
Now, who extended this invitation?
I was on the Tom Snyder Show doing a radio broadcast mentioning that this was an unfulfilled dream of mine, and the Kevin Byrne from the Browns called up and said, well, then get your butt to practice. We'll set you up, and they did. Gave me a complete uniform, number 38, named after the worst kicker they ever had, numbered after the worst kicker, so that I had at least the easiest shoes to fill. But Matt Barr, their kicker, was showing me various tips, gave me a square-toed shoe.
But you were not going in an actual game.
No,
obviously.
but it was a game situation in what they call situations or whatever.
But that's like chocolatey taste as opposed to real milk chocolate. Yes, it's chocolatey.
All right, it may seem that way, but when you have the defense lined up there,
I would not
and
want to do
they're all
this.
6'8", 270 pounds, using the expressions like white meat and new blood, you get the willies.
Did they get a kick out of the experience? They must have thought it was fun, huh?
They made it as real as possible. They even called timeout to make me think about it. But I finally was able to sneak this sucker through, and ever since then, I've been practicing on a daily basis. We have a tape, actually, I think.
Let's get to the tape in a second, but I find this really impressive because I've known you now for a long, long time. We've known each other quite some time. And you never struck me as a guy, well, certainly you seem like a sports fan. I didn't realize that you were a participant in anything.
I tried jogging, things like that. The ice flies out of your drink. Where's the fun in that, you know? Tennis, you know, I just don't like wearing all white. I think it's kind of wussy. So footballing, you know, I'm too small for the line, the backfield, and etc., and possibly even too old. I don't know.
Kicking was it.
Kicking is it. George Bland kicked almost until he was 50.
And this is soccer style you did this?
Oh, no, American.
And from how many yards out?
Well, this particular attempt we're going to see is from 20, but at Scout's honor, I have been practicing daily since then, since November. I am now 90% from 40 yards or less.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm dead serious, and have hit from 45 on a couple of occasions, and 46, 47 with wind at my back. And we're talking a serious gale.
Yeah. And your wife, Wendy, goes with you and shags balls all night?
Wendy, not all night. Nicely put.
All right. Let's look at it.
Two separate hobbies of
I
Wendy's.
see. Here we go. This is it. And I guess you just talked while we're looking at this, huh?
Oh,
Martin
did we
Mull
see it already?
kicking for the Cleveland
We're only
Browns.
down 2 points, Mark. Only down 2.
That's you?
That's me,
No.
sir. Yes, sir. Snap. It's down. It's spotted.
Ooh. Boy, you really got all of that one, as they say.
No, I was new
What
to
a
it.
snake that thing was.
Well, I don't know if you can see it again in slow motion, you will notice that the defensive players all lay down.
Here we go. Oh, I see. Oh, boy. Well, I got to hand it to you. That's very impressive.
It was a dream come true
Very
for me.
nice to see you. Look,
Nice to see
you're going to continue doing that, huh?
Yes, I am.
All right, well,
I wanna...
come back the next time you do another one. Good luck with you, too. Martin Mull and...
Lovely. Well, we've had it.
It would be kind
almost
of like a concept show, wouldn't it? What do you mean we've had
When
it?
we had
did one of
Vetus
those?
Gerolitis, it was like that.
I'm sorry?
When we had Vetus Gerolitis, it was like that.
Oh, that was like 63, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Tomorrow... Oh, come on. A guy makes that noise for Phil Donahue.
Yeah, really.
Well, Paul, it's time for one of our favorite segments right here on the program. Look what I have. In my left hand, a fistful of dumb ads. Paul, do you have music for dumb ads?
Yes, I have. Dumb as those dumb as those crazy as those dumb as.
All right, fine. There you have it. The haunting and beautiful dumb ads love theme. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Actual advertisements, ladies and gentlemen, culled from actual periodicals published in North America. Here we go, dumb ad number 1. As you can see, we're talking about fireworks. 2-for-1 sale. Notice, bring this coupon and get a free chicken. A really jumpy, nervous chicken. Dumb ad number 2. Come celebrate the new year at Rick's Place. Keg party, free food. Check out the new facility with heat, running water, and flushable toilets. You get the feeling that Ivana Trump is on her way there now. Really jumpy, nervous chickens.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see. Oh, number 3. This is an ad for Murray's half-price sale. Half-price sale, you save 25%. Ask about their special discounts for morons there when you go to Murray's. Here's something interesting. 1/5 Jack Daniels with each purchase of 9 yards or more VTC concrete. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this. If you pave, please don't drink. If you drink, please don't pave. Sounds like a scene from the motion picture Porky's. Number 5, Benjamin's Restaurant. We apologize. We're sorry we ran out of pig stomach last weekend. If we run out this Friday and Saturday, you eat free. Yeah, you know, but if they're all out of pig stomach, what's the point? Dumb ads. Liberty Clothing as worn by George Lindsay from the cast of Hee Haw. Now you can say with pride, these are just like the ones Goober wears. Students, enjoy the spring weather. Have a cookout. Try our top quality steaks, ground beef patties, hot dogs, etc. across from the waste treatment plant. This isn't exactly hickory smoked. What is that? Rax, fast food with style, it says there. And also, we just might be hiring. Hey, don't play head games with me, man. All right? The hell is this? You see that, Paul? Tom Brokaw. The luckiest man alive found a free pencil. And our final dumb ad of the evening, dumb ad number 9, if you're scoring at home. Coupon, regular pantyhose, GE Miser 3-way. Boy, I bet you the boys in research and development had a ball coming up with this one, don't you? There's the haunting, beautiful dumb ads love theme. Whoop. Our next guest won the prestigious Daytona 500 for the first time. I guess this would be him here, or is that NBC's traffic copter shot? Who knows? Please welcome the 3-time winner of Stock Car Racing's Winston Cup, Darrell Waltrip. Darrell. Hi, Darrell. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Well, was winning that race the biggest thrill of your racing career?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but still, you've been the champion of the series 3 times, but have never won the Daytona 500.
This race is sort of like our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It just happens that we start our season with our Super Bowl.
With the big event in stock car racing, yeah. How many people are down there? 600,000, 400,000? It's a huge event, isn't it?
Oh, at least as many that watch this show right here. Give or take, you know, give or take.
Did you have, when you get into these cars, how many races in the season series? 22?
29.
29?
29 races.
So you're hanging it out there a
coast.
lot, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you ever get a feeling this one I'm going to win, or do you ever get a feeling this one I don't think I'm going to win?
I had a good feeling about this particular race.
Yeah.
I don't believe in numerology. Numerology. Is that how you say that?
Well, I don't know. If you don't believe in it, who cares? It doesn't make any difference, does it?
Good point. I never thought about it like that. That's a good point. Anyway, numerology was speaking to me this week. And,
really?
My car number is 17. That was my car, the one that won the race.
The big yellow Tide car.
The Tide box.
Yeah.
My car number is 17. My daughter Jessica was 17 months old on the 17th, which was Friday prior to the race. This was my 17th Daytona 500. The purse was $1.7 million. This is 1989. 8 and 9 is 17.
Yeah.
Should I go on?
Yeah. But you know, the old joke, you could have finished 17th. So that's
I know that's, a lot of people said that. A lot of people said those numbers didn't mean anything. I said, but tell me that now.
Well, congratulations. That's, it's a great thrill for you. Now, driving that car, tell me about the car. It's bright orange, yellow.
It's Dago orange.
Yeah.
Dago orange, and it looks like a Tide box. I mean, this car is real. The first time I saw the car, I didn't like it. I said, you want me to go out there? I'm a professional race car driver. You want me to go out there in that car and drive? Because it was so gaudy looking. It was sort of obnoxious looking. The first time I saw it. But then I saw it on TV, and it was so, it just jumped so much, so hot. Yeah. And ever you could pick it out in a 42 car field, and I said, you know, y'all got something here.
Well, now, what kind of automobile is that? It's supposed to be a what?
It's a Chevrolet Monte Carlo.
But it's not really a Chevrolet. There's not a, you don't even have Chevy floor mats in that thing.
It's stock appearing.
Appearing. But is there a Chevrolet engine in it?
It has a Chevrolet engine in it.
Yeah.
And it looks like a Chevrolet if you get real close to it.
And top speed, what are you doing on a high bank like at Daytona?
200.
200 miles an hour.
I say it the same way. 200.
Yeah. And is it possible for me, if I wanted to buy a car like that and just paint it up like a regular Chevrolet and just put one of those big, fat, greasy powerhouse engines in there, could I do that?
200.
200,000. 200,000. Well, but what kind of warranty are we talking about?
That's a little high.
But I mean, could somebody builds these exclusive machines to race, right?
These cars are hand-built, really. They're fabricated.
Yeah.
If you saw the car when it's in its rare form, it looks like a model car kit.
Right.
You know, like you buy in the dime store.
Right.
You still have dime stores, don't they?
I think so.
I'm dating myself a little, but anyway, you take it all apart. You got all these pieces, and you weld it all together, and you put the engine in it, and you paint it, and you go race it.
But
it's not 200,000, really. It's about 100,000.
But it really represents the highest evolution of automotive technology available.
Oh,
today,
yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's changed our sport the most over the last probably 5 or 6 years. Has been the technology that the manufacturers
really quite safe as
have
well.
provided for us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think
I would
Richard
like one of
here.
these things just to paint it up like a Chevy something, and just to frighten the neighbors. You know, when I'd fire it up.
It'll do it. It'll run off all the dogs.
Now, when you started in the sport, you were running off all the dogs, weren't you? You were going up the
I was one of the dogs.
Yeah, and there for a while, people didn't like you because you were aggressive and knocking off some of the old favorites. And
yeah.
Did you have problems with the fans at one point?
Yeah, I did. I'll tell you a funny story. It's funny now. It wasn't funny at the time, but this over in Charlotte, North Carolina, and my car blew an engine that day, and I backed it into the fence, and it caught on fire, and it was one of those crash and burn deals, and they were towing my car in, and the fans were cheering and yaying because I was out of the race.
Now, why did they want you? Why were they happy that you were out of the race?
Well, I'd won about 12 races that year, and they just didn't want me to win anymore. They were kind of tired of me winning. On Friday night prior to that race, I'd been to a Kmart, and I'd signed autographs. I stayed there about 4 hours. I must have signed 5,000 autographs.
Right.
So we're in the garage area. And we're doing interviews, you know, and they said, well, what about these fans? I mean, they were booing you, and they really don't like you. I said, man, if they'd only been at the Kmart Friday night, if I could have just met them at the Kmart, and they could have seen, you know, I'm really a nice guy, and I had a good time, and I signed all these autographs. The next day in the paper comes out headlines, Waltrip challenges fans to meet him at the Kmart. I mean,
the big showdown at the Kmart.
But I tell you, I think Kmart blew it, because could you imagine the promotion?
Oh, yeah.
Meet Darrell Waltrip at the Kmart.
Yeah, you can't get better PR than a fist fight in the parking lot. But now you're beloved. You're a hero in the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you have a great season.